Hey, I found a fellow Spartan. Go State. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are currently making our way to Cape Canaveral, the Space Center, Kennedy Space Center.
Is that about
We are
the
on 417 North Highway, and traffic is pretty slow at the moment, but it's clearing up soon. Let's go! Alrighty, guys, here we are at the Kennedy Space Center.
We are in the
Ooh.
Space Center, Mama. We are in the space.
Ada laut, say.
Whoa!
Wow, we are in the Kennedy Space Center.
Wow, this is so cool.
We are in the Space
Ada
Center.
jalan gini, say.
Emang kayak gitu. Emang muter 2 kali.
Wow, in the Kennedy Space Center.
We are in the Kennedy Space Center, Mama. Wow, that was so good. That was
Elin jelek saya kalau di belakang ya.
Ooh, we are at Kennedy Space Center.
It's the Space Center ever.
Welcome. Tuh, Eben, ada big rocket. Wow. Woo, here we are, guys. Notice how steady my hand is. It's because I'm using the Brica B-Steady Pro gimbal. We are at Kennedy Space Center today. Still in Florida. Flying to LA tonight. So right now we're making a quick stop to the Kennedy Space Center. Mobil side. Right now we're just looking for our party. There they are. Eben, are you excited to see rocket? Guys! Guys!
Guys,
There they are. Ooh, look at that huge booster rocket right there.
guys. There's a baby Johnny. Guys. Baby Johnny.
Countdown-nya. Ooh, we're here. So cool.
So cool banget.
Kita deketan lagi kali, how baru foto.
Iya, yuk.
Beli tiket dulu ya.
Yuk kita beli tiket dulu yuk. One of the most few timekeeper in the world. Second only to one red clock. This
Emang
clock has
bukan itu ke space.
This documentary is produced by Discovery Channel and narrated by Anthony Setiawan.
Yuk. Let's go.
We have to take group picture di rocket and di NASA.
Hah?
Is that ball is not
Oh iya iya.
Nanti kita yang itu seberang yang biru itu namanya Blue Origin is
Here we are lining up to get into the Space Center. Didn't know that we have to line up just to get in. Mau ngambil apa, jaket atau something?
What are you stepping in?
Kalian kedinginan.
Di Jackson kayaknya. Kalian dingin.
Very nice day today.
Ini dinginnya karena angin.
Iya, angin kalau di bawah matahari. Ini juga satu lapis doang ya?
Dua.
Oh iya, dua ya. Kalau dua masih oke. Satu mah kedinginan mana? Mana satu ya?
Iya.
Sama kayak Aiden ya.
Iya.
Aiden nggak kedinginan lah.
Karena ada uang.
Good job. 2 lines. We're getting you in quicker. Just joined up.
Oke, it's okay.
Woo, we're here, guys.
There is Planet Play. Full immersive play experience designed with kids.
Okay, let's go.
Ages 2
Is
to
that-
12, exactly.
2 to 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
Whoa. These guys are massive up close. Oi, Eben, ayo. Eben, pipis dulu yuk. Papa juga mau pipis.
Tuh sama papa.
Let's go.
Ntar dia bas.
Wow, Eben is in a space shuttle. Come on, let's go. Let's go to space. Tuh. Eben, wait.
Tawaran saya buat ini.
Ooh, space launch.
Udah nggak kelihatan.
Hi, Aiden. Hi, Eben.
Oh, masuk nggak together? Go.
Whoa, we are launching into space.
Stupid. Jackson bisa squat. Aiden bisa berdiri nggak, Dan?
Ya, Jackson gitu.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wah, good one. Pakai gelap ya nggak apa-apa.
Look at this, guys. We're still at the Garden of Rockets. And there is one very special rocket in the shape of Christmas tree.
Ya, let's go kita bahas itu sambil
Good job, baby.
I wonder if this has ever launched. Probably not. Whoa, that's a huge one right there. Oh, what a long line for the bus tour. Wow, look at this, guys. We're gonna get launched into space. Eben. Eben. Oh yeah. Guys, we're gonna get launched into space. Wow. Take a look at this thing, is massive.
And welcome to the home of Space Shuttle.
Ooh.
In just a few minutes, the doors will open and you will enter into a 12-minute presentation. While inside our theaters, we ask that you please refrain from eating, drinking, cell phone use, video recording, or flash.
Lagunya Madeline.
We got time for one ride. Yeah, so we're taking the bus tour so that we get most of the Space Center right here. Ready for the bus tour, Evan? Woo, bus tour time. It's wild. It's dangerous. Whoa.
Alrighty. How we doing?
Halo Eben.
Alright, the
Eben,
preset your
Eben
place
lihat
has
papa.
been loaded up.
Eben.
Get in the
Oi.
to the
Halo.
destination. Our way of going in front of the vehicle assembly building. And as we do so, we have video.
It's a formally organized Project Mercury with a mission to investigate man's reaction to this new environment and safely recover the capsule and its pilot. Man rating for human spaceflight on what was previously a ballistic missile was no easy task. After several modifications and test flights, a Mercury capsule carrying Ham, a chimpanzee, was successfully launched and recovered on January 31st, 1961. Just months later, on May 5th, astronaut Alan Shepard launched on a Mercury Redstone rocket, becoming the first American in space.
Of course, we made it through the intersection, and of course, now you see us at the intersection here, which we're going to make a left turn. And as we do so, we have a brand new facility, which is SpaceX repurposing plant. So let's continue on with the video.
Have ventured forth on flights of exploration since the 1960s. And what an exciting time to visit our multi-user spaceport. Through our Commercial Crew program, we are sending astronauts to the International Space Station from American soil for the first time since the Space Shuttle program ended in 2011. We're continuing to launch new research experiments and supplies to the space station with our commercial resupply services and launching the most technologically advanced scientific instruments to date into space through our Launch Services program. This all culminates in our ultimate mission, the Artemis program, where NASA will return to the moon, this time with the first woman and first person of color, and continue on to Mars. In all our history, there's been one common theme woven throughout our DNA. It's our insatiable desire to explore beyond our home planet in our never-ending quest to expand our knowledge of the universe. As you venture behind the gates, you'll find a community of the most talented, dedicated, motivated workforce anyone.
Building, or as NASA calls it, the VAB. It is one of the largest buildings in the world by volume, and is the place where NASA completes the final assembly of its rockets before launch. The sheer scale of this building is hard to grasp, even when you're right next to it.
Do you ever feel really small when you think about space? What about when you're standing next to a skyscraper or a really big bridge? Well, I feel about as small as an ant right now. I'm standing inside the vehicle assembly building trying to grasp how large it really is in here. It has 4 bays. Each bay has 2 large horizontal doors below it and 7 smaller vertically opening doors above it, tall enough to fit the world's largest rocket through. In fact, these are the largest doors in the world.
Construction of the VAB required 65,000 cubic yards of concrete, 45,000 steel beams, 1 million steel bolts amounting to almost 100,000 tons of steel. Notice the flag painted on the outside of the VAB? It's the size of a 21-story building.
What?
The blue section alone is the size of an NBA basketball court. Each
What?
star is 6 feet across, and each red and white stripe is wide enough for this bus to drive down.
That
And
building
the
over there?
entire VAB? It's so huge that the Roman Colosseum would fit on the roof with room to spare for a parking lot. By volume, the VAB can fit 3.5 Empire State Buildings, and it would take 250 billion ping pong balls to fill it. It was built in the 1960s for the Apollo program. Every Saturn V rocket that sent humans to the moon was assembled right here. Every space shuttle mission also assembled within these same walls. After the space shuttle program, a major renovation to the inside of this building began to accommodate NASA's next generation of rockets, the Space Launch System, or SLS. Lockheed Martin has developed a capsule called Orion that will sit atop the SLS rocket. This capsule is designed to facilitate human exploration of the moon and eventually Mars.
Alrighty, as we approach the intersection here, looking to what we have is Launch Pad 39B, deep space operation. You're going to see those 3 lightning rods there. Of course, you're going to see them again when we get over to the Satisfied Center. But the question was always asked, how did the mobile launcher get to the pad? Well, by the crawler transporter, which we have a video on.
Mobile launcher, we'll pick it up, we'll take it over to the VAB, they'll then assemble the launch vehicle on top of the mobile.
Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. Choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
When President John F. Kennedy made this speech in 1962, he set in motion an era of discovery that would change humankind forever. 7 years after he spoke these ambitious words, the world watched as Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first people to walk on the moon.
Of course, looking straight ahead, as you can see easily, Launch Pad 39A, SpaceX. That's all tower to the right, the future operation of the Starship project. Moving over to the left, above the tree line, now you see those 3 lightning rods and the Launch Pad there, 39B. Every 20 minutes, so we're going to get back to the Atlanta Business Center. So watch your step, take your time. Thank you very much for coming out. And as you can see, individuals are gathering to those civil doors to make their way into the air.
That's the big building right there. Jackson. Throw me some stats.
Since 2010, NASA's Commercial Crew Program has been working with American aerospace companies on creating cost-effective access to the International Space Station, or ISS, and other low Earth orbit missions. Launching from right here at Kennedy Space Center, astronauts can travel to the ISS aboard spacecraft developed by private companies, SpaceX and Boeing. SpaceX's capsule, Crew Dragon, is capable of carrying up to 7 astronauts and cargo launched on SpaceX's own Falcon 9 rocket. Crew Dragon, upon returning to Earth, splashes down in the ocean in one of 7 different locations off the coast of Florida. These are chosen based on specific criteria such as weather and location of the spacecraft in orbit. On May 30th, 2020, SpaceX launched Demonstration Mission 2, also known as Demo 2. Of the Western United States. Starliner was actually the first American-made human-rated capsule to have landed on land. On September 4, 2015, Boeing opened its cell phone and call a loved one many thousands of miles away, to instantly share a photo with our network of friends, to collaborate and share information with like-minded people to create something great together. In a way,
Back again to Los Angeles, guys, with the gang and our baggages. Look at this. Just waiting for a shuttle to our hotel, the Hyatt Regency, tonight, before we continue to our Airbnb in Los Angeles.